as we continue our study of the multidimensional God of heaven, we find some magnificent things, don't we? Whenever we talk about the different dimensions of which we do have a grasp. The three dimensions of our existence also are encapsulated by the fourth dimension known as time. It's very restricting. We look at the failures of the past, maybe, or memories long gone, and we see the stress of the future or the deadlines of the present. And time has us encased. It's not so with God. God is El Olam, the God of time. Psalm 90 tells us, from everlasting to everlasting, you are God. Lord, in your presence, 1,000 years as a passing of the afternoon, or 1,000 years in your presence as the watch in the night. 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 8 reminds us we should never confuse heavenly time with earthly time. Remember this passage? A day is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is as a day. And we see this multidimensional God showing his dominance over time in two special places I'd like you to look up later on in your reading, in your leisure. Joshua chapter 10 and 2 Kings chapter 20. In Joshua chapter 10, in the midst of a battle against 5 kings, God tells Joshua, the children of Israel, they're going to win. In my name, you're going to have a victory. And during the course of this battle, as they're winning, Joshua calls out, if the sun would just stand still so the victory could be totally complete. And when you look in that passage in Joshua chapter 10, go from chapter 10, verses 12 through 14, you'll see that's exactly what happens. God stops the sun in the sky so that the day is elongated and the victory is complete. The thing is not that just Joshua could just have more time, but to let those ones know in that army and all know God is in charge of everything here, even the dimension of time. And that's also repeated in 2 Kings chapter 20. Hezekiah is asking the Lord for a sign. Will I be healed from this terminal disease that I have? Isaiah tells him, yes, God has said he's going to be merciful to you. Hezekiah says, can you show me a sign from Yahweh himself? Could I see a sign? And Isaiah says, well, you have your choice. How do you want the sun to move? The shadow to move down the steps on that staircase forward or backward? Hezekiah says, well, it's easy for the natural way of things for the sun to move forward, but to move backwards 10 steps, now that's something else. And using the staircase like a sundial, we see 2 Kings chapter 20, God reverses time. Take a look at those two passages. Joshua chapter 10, 2 Kings chapter 20, you're going to see one of the mighty powers of this multidimensional God, dominance over the dimension of time.